Your partner still talk to their ex, not just once in a while, constantly. And your friends tell you to not be jealous, but you start to think you're crazy because you notice it. You're not crazy. We're going to talk about the difference between a friendship and a backup plan. The thing is, the problem is not the contact with their ex. Everyone has his opinion about should you stay in touch with your ex or not. And there is actually a lot of reason for you or people to stay in touch with their ex. And they could be bad, they could be wrong. Everyone has their reason. The thing is, in all relationship, there is a closure, there is an ending. If this did not happen, this could be a problem. The difference between a friendship, because for some reason your partner and their ex just goes well together, or they have like things to do together, like for work, or they have like children maybe together, whatever it could be, they could have a good reason. But that does not mean that they should talk like on a daily basis. They should not have like big emotional connection with this relationship. If they keep acting and talking to each other like nothing changed, they are not a friend. They are just an option left behind to maybe come back to it later. So the question you should ask yourself is not if they should talk or not to their ex. It's why they're doing this. What is the contact that keeps them together? If there is like a good reason, as I said, everyone has his say about that. That could be good, that could be bad. If the reason is good or there is actually something that makes them stay in touch, fine, you handle it. But if you cannot tell clearly why they're still in touch and they just tell you, oh yeah, but we get along, and they just talk like every 2 days and sometimes they go for drinks, there is something. Now there is one thing that you have to understand. You should not lead that with your jealousy. You should not just be like, I'm jealous, they're talking to their ex. You should actually read the room, like read what's going on. You have to understand like the dynamic. Like by dynamic, I don't say like the dynamic of your partner with their ex, but the dynamic of your partner in general with that relationship with their ex. Like, are they open about it? Are they kind of like mysterious about it? Is it something that happens constantly, or is it something that is just occasional that happens like once in a month or once every 3 months? So those are like totally different behaviors. Will your partner be open to let you read the conversation? Those are like the small signs that can tell you and give you a clue about if they are literally just friend or just stay in touch, or if there is something more. If they're like defensive, try to hide things, not in a big way, maybe they will let you like read the conversation, but because you ask multiple times, etc., this is actually already trying to like hide something. If they are totally open, there is more chance that nothing is too wrong with that. So the goal of doing this is not to find a reason to put your partner as like guilty. This is just to check if they actually honest with you about that, or if they are a little bit shady and try to hide that to you. So now how you handle this situation. The goal is not to create a drama. The goal is not to come up and be like, oh, okay, I'm super jealous. What is going on with that? Why are you doing this, etc. Always, if you want to handle this in a mature and secure way, first stay calm. Then you have to discuss about it. You have to bring the topic and talk about it. Like, say what you feel and staying calm. Then what will be important is to actually see how they react to that. The thing is, they can just start to reassure you and be like, oh yeah, don't worry, that's nothing. Don't worry about that. Let's not talk about that. This is actually not good. Someone that first is mature and second over their ex will try to reassure you in a concrete way. What matters most for them is how you feel, not how they feel about their ex. So if you bring the topic and you say that, okay, I feel like you're talking too much to your ex, and if they're mature and care about you, they'll be like, okay, I can understand, maybe I should talk less, and maybe they have a good reason to talk with them. But then they will adjust, they will try to make effort, they will try to discuss with you to be like, okay, you're not feeling good, let's see what we can do. I will talk less with my ex, will meet less, or whatever they're doing, they will try to do it less. They will ask you how you feel, etc. They will have like this exchange that you can see that your partner care about you and how you feel, and not just trying to be like, yeah, but don't worry, you're just crazy, you're just jealous. Like, don't worry, this is not like, you see the difference. This is two different things. And this reaction is the most important, because this tells you if they are actually over their ex, or if they're kind of like even unconsciously trying to keep that as a backup plan, like trying to be like, yeah, but I kind of like my ex and I don't really want to like let them go. You see what I mean? If there is one thing to remember from this video, it's pretty simple. If your partner told to their ex, the goal is not to start to be crazy or to be like, oh, am I jealous or whatever. It's just observe the behavior, stay calm, and then talk about it. You will get the most information from the behavior of your partner. You don't have like to, as I said, create a drama or whatever. Their behavior, how they handle the situation, the relationship with their ex, and how they react when you talk about that to them is everything you need to know to then act on it. You have to trust the shape of how they're handling it, not the reassurance that they try to give you. If this video was somehow helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I see you soon for another one, and until then, take care and drink your water.